I've got vertigo at the moment.
Listen, in this regard to the homeless issue, I got a letter yesterday, a handwritten letter in the snail mail.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we rarely get those. Usually we get them from inmates or, that sort of thing.
I take back what I said yesterday about not needing the postal service anymore.
I want to read this letter before we get to the Rush update. We may be a little bit long here, Alyssa, but that's all right. Check this out. It's a letter that was it says, "Dear Mr. Jeffries, before the 70s, you could buy a firearm by mail without a question. And at the time, there were no mass shootings. It was very rare back then. And here's why, is what the letter says. There were state-run mental hospitals where the dangerous mentally ill could be confined."
Right.
And this person goes on to say, let me give you an example of how near impossible it is to involuntarily commit someone.
Right.
This person, it says, "I am a registered nurse who works at one of the larger emergency rooms in town. The police brought in a 6'2", 200-pound man for a physical and psychological evaluation. The person had torn off the badge of the police officer's uniform, had it gripped in his hand. Now, they actually went through his gym bag, and they found 20 other badges ripped off of police officers' uniforms."
That was his thing.
That's a person that has a lot of contact with the police. That's for sure.
That was his thing.
They ordered an examination, and they determined that he had 24 paper clips that he shoved under his kneecaps.
Well, they got to go somewhere.
He also had 2-inch wood screws shoved into his ears. They treated him. They called the Travis County Psychological Evaluation Team, who stated that the patient was not a danger to others or himself. They had to let him go.
Not a danger to himself or others.
This veteran registered nurse in the area says the police gave him a one-way bus ticket to San Francisco. That's what the letter says. Pretty interesting.
Y'all deal with it.
Your reaction at 512-836-0590. Time for the Rush Update.
California's